Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. Today we are doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November 2017. I am using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti for the main portion of the reading, and then we will pull a guidance card today from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle cards. All right, so let's go ahead and get started then with your reading, Sagittarius. Calling on the angels, guides, ascended masters, the teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Sagittarius. Asking for divine guidance, wisdom, and clarity as we look at the energy for the month of November 2017. Giving thanks in advance to all that is for perfect wisdom, perfect clarity, and perfect vision. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, and just continuing to shuffle here for the sign of Sagittarius for November 2017. As we look at the energy, what is in store? What energies are most prevalent for Sagittarius in the month of November 2017? All right, Sag, that feels pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. I am doing a 7-card spread this month, and we'll talk more about what the spread holds as we move through it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your bottom card. And you are coming in with the Page of Cups in the reverse here as your overriding energy for the month of November. So this page usually comes in with messages, and usually messages that have some sort of emotional attachment, something that you're really either really wanting to see happen, or that you're really passionate about, perhaps. Something that has, like I said, an emotional attachment there. This page is a very youthful energy, so let's go ahead and take a look here. And also, it came up in the reverse, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards here and see if we can see exactly how this page will manifest in your atmosphere in the month of November. All right, so let's take a look here at your first card, and this is your past card. This is the past energy for Sagittarius. You do have the 9 of Pentacles coming in the upright, so that signifies to me that things have been pretty smooth sailing in terms of perhaps your finances, the way you're showing up in the world in terms of your business, your work. This 9 of Pentacles is a very positive card in terms of that. If we take a look at some of the images here on this card, we have a butterfly, which I'm drawn to right away. Actually, there's several butterflies in this card, and that butterflies usually signify transformation. So what I'm drawn to here are the butterflies in this picture. So I'm feeling that Sagittarius have undergone some form of transformation in the recent past, and it was a lucrative transformation. It was definitely something. As we can see, this person is surrounded by pentacles all around her. So that is a very positive transformation is what I'm picking up for Sagittarius in your past energy. So let's move on then to your current energy, and you are coming in with this Knight of Pentacles. Now, this Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving, or he's very methodical, routine in his nature, but very determined all at the same time, which is very much in line with the sign of Sagittarius. A very determined and very focused sign, and a fiery energy at that. So you have that fire that gives you the momentum to move forward, and then to top it off, you have that drive, a natural drive about yourself. But here I'm picking up a very methodical, a very routine, perhaps there's, and this is a pentacle, so it could be that you're either looking at your financial situation through the eyes of, I've been doing this for a really long time, is what I'm kind of picking up there. Perhaps not that you don't like what you're doing, but just that you've been at it for quite a while. So again, this Knight is very routine. He's very methodical in his way of getting things done, which is, as I stated, very much in line with the sign of Sagittarius. Now, next up in your future position, you do have the King of Swords coming in the reverse. Now, this king is very, he's a mastermind at his words, with his words and his thoughts, right? He's mastered being able to speak in a way that's very effective, but very, very direct, and at the same time. This king is coming up in the reverse for Sag in the future, so that's leading me to think that there may be a need to monitor how your words, how your thoughts are turning to words, right? There's this very quick process that happens from the moment we have a thought to the moment we actually open our mouths to say, to process those thoughts. So perhaps developing some the ability perhaps to pause and give thought before responding may be in order for some Sagittarius in the month of November. Okay, so let's take a look here at your next card. And another sign got this card, and I want to say it was Leo in this exact same position, where this central card, which is your current outlook, how you're looking at the world. So here we have the Tower, which is a major arcana. This Tower signifies great changes, massive movement, the necessity, more importantly, the necessity for change. So here we have this as how you're seeing the world. So here there's this perspective that the changes that you're may have to, that are necessary, there's no may to it, the changes that are necessary in your environment are, it may feel like that's, it may have you looking through the eyes of hurt and confusion, more so than anything, right? So the key here is to remember that we are always safe, we are never alone, and that everything that we need is given to us for our own highest and best good. No matter what it looks like in the moment, there's nothing that's not here to serve you in some way, shape, or form. All right? So let's go on to your next card, which is going to be your external influences. So here we have the Two of Pentacles showing up. And this means that there's a decision here, and I am taking note of I was going to say that there's been quite a few pentacles, but actually this is only the second one, so we're okay there. All right, so this Two of Pentacles is showing up as an external influence, which means that there's a need for you to balance and to make a decision that is very balanced, actually, and to rely on the resources that you have around you, that you depend on, that are reliable to assist you in making this decision. Now, twos also represent duality. Twos mean that there's two differing viewpoints about a matter, and that there's a need to either come to some sort of resolution, some sort of common ground, is what I want to say here about this Two of Pentacles in your external environment, that there's a need to create some common ground so that you can make the decisions, good decisions about what you need to do next. All right. So next up we have the Five of Cups. Now this is an internal influence here. Now when I see this as an internal influence, first of all, five signify change. The cups are all about emotions in the water. Again, we have this guy who looks to be in despair. Again, keep in mind, this is an internal influence. This is coming from within yourself. Appears to be in despair here. He's has these cups that have tilted over in front of him. All of their contents are gone. He has those two behind him that are still lit up, that are still standing up, that he just can't seem to get it together enough to receive those cups that are behind him. So as an internal influence, that tells me that you may be feeling like, you don't have very much to be grateful for, right? You may be feeling that, all of these cups have spilled out in front of you. Perhaps you didn't do anything to cause those cups to spill out, but they've spilled out anyway. But there is hope. There is potential around you. And the key here is going to be to open up, to release attachments to how things need to be, and then to be grateful for those things that are in your environment that you can be thankful for. A gratitude journal is a great way to do that. Writing down at the end of the night things that you're grateful for, small things, whether it be a parking space near where you were shopping at, or perhaps someone held the door for you, but just to really focus on gratitude is what I'm picking up here for Sagittarius in the month of November. To be grateful for what you do have, and to continue to take steps to get the things that you desire. All right, so let's take a look at the final outcome card. Here we go. Bingo. We have the Nine of Cups coming in as your final outcome card. Now here we have the Wish card. The Wish card and this final outcome card summarizes the last three cards that we've looked at. So we've looked at internal and external influences, as well as your outlook towards the world. And here we have as your final outcome card, summarizing things up very nicely for Sagittarius in the month of November. There's this potential for you to reach the heights, for you to achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. Again, it's going to be really important for you to focus on being grateful for the things that you do have, and to not allow things such as this Tower coming up as your outlook to diminish your power to receive. All right, because you do have this amazing power here with the Nine of Cups to achieve. And then also I'm drawn back to your past card as well. You came in with the Nine of Pentacles as your past card, and you're ending up with the Nine of Cups as your outcome card. So here is a great deal of potential in both of these nines. Nines aren't, tens are the completion. Nines are like you're almost there. So I want to encourage Sagittarius today to stay with the positive outlook. Find your positive center and remain there as often as you can. And again, to continue to be grateful for the things that you do have, because clearly there is much more in store for Sagittarius here. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at your guidance card for the month of November. Again, this is Doreen Virtue's deck, Oracle Angels, Archangel, and this is my oldest deck that I have. So whenever I work with this deck, I typically don't have to draw a card. I typically shuffle, and the angels will let me know, as they just did, which card is going to be right for your reading. So let's take a look and see what they brought forth. Crystal clear intentions. All right. Archangel Michael is here to remind you to be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Isn't that what I was just saying here about your nines coming up in the past and in the future card? That there's this need for you to be clear about the goodness that surrounds you, right? A need for you to perhaps look at the possibilities, and not just focus on the things that are going wrong, right? If there are things that are presenting this Tower energy for you in the month of November, that's, it's a part of life. Unfortunately, no one said that this life was going to be easy. As a matter of fact, much of this whole lesson in life, this schoolhouse of life that we're living, it's designed to help us to grow into what we are destined to become, right? So get clear on your intentions, Sag. Understand what it is you're really wanting to achieve with your life. What is the real goal there, right? And to keep your focus there. Because it says here, Archangel Michael is reminding you to focus on that intention with unwavering faith. All right? So stay faithful. And that does conclude your reading for the month of November. I would like to wish you all a very pleasant holiday season, and I will see you back here in December. Namaste.